I'm also very clear when I sit someone down যে আমি কিন্তু আপনার complexion বদলাবো না. I will say though দুইটা case ছিল where I was questioned on like whether I was making them too dark and I felt like I should have made them darker because like looking back I'm like arekta shade darker hole maybe perfectly
just
matched
like to push the line.
no, I'm not
No,
like
you
to,
actually genuinely
yeah, I
thought
genuinely
that
thought like arek
okay.
shade darker হওয়া উচিত ছিল
Yeah.
না এর চেয়ে ব্রাইট আমি করবো না.
Hi everyone, I'm Troy Chaudhary. I'm a stylist and a fashion content creator online. And today, welcome to the Unfiltered Face Podcast by Truce Beauty. So today we're going to be talking and interviewing and having a lot of fun question and answers with a lot of diverse women that are trailblazers in their industries regarding some topics such as skincare, skin struggle issues, as well as the unrealistic beauty standards in our country. And with that in mind, I am so proud to announce my co-host, Samira Kasim, who is the founder of Truce Beauty.
Thank you, Troy. So I had founded Truce Beauty 2 years ago with the goal of creating high quality skincare products that are functional and work not to lighten or whiten your skin in any way, but more so heal, protect, and nourish your skin. And I did this because I feel like when you start taking care of yourself, when you start taking care of your skin, that's when you get that glow that you're looking for. I think we can all learn something from these women about how to be more comfortable in your skin, because again, that's how you're going to look your best.
So with that in mind, I'm really proud to announce our special guest today, who is a profound makeup artist, Nerissa Nashin, as well as she does a lot of social work for our country. She's a social activist. So Nerissa, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much. I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Great.
We can't wait to get into this interview.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so when I first met you on the internet, we met on the internet.
Social age.
Yeah, but like I was super fascinated because obviously my skincare brand is really focused on this issue of colorism. And I saw that you were doing this grant at the time with the EMK Center. And can you just tell us a little bit about that? Because it was really cool and I was really drawn to it.
So it was a small grant. It's funded by the U.S. Department of State, and it was in partnership with the EMK Center, like you said. So basically what we did is we wanted to really reach the youth and teach them যে আসলে আমাদের যে biasটা for having, fair skin, we tend to think যে ফর্সা হলে অনেক সুন্দর হয় মানুষ or like somehow superior. So এই biasটা আসলে কোথা থেকে আসছে? We wanted to educate the youth and like get them to start accepting their skin color for what it is, just like your brand. And one way to do that they felt was interesting was through my work through makeup because no one else was doing it at the time. So we started partnering there. So we went around the country. We went to, we had several sessions in Dhaka, Joshua, and Cox's Bazar. And we did these workshops to kind of, we spoke about actually the history of where this comes from. Why is it still prevalent? How do we see it in our day-to-day lives? Like, আমাদের তো কথায় কথায়ও বের হয়ে আসে, right? Like, we give advice like, চা খেও না, রং নষ্ট হয়ে যাবে, or like, রোদে খেলো না. So এগুলা মানে আমাদের যে everyday life এ চলে আসছে, and really like teaching the youth about that and showing them like, hey, this has like a long-term impact and you're probably going to end up breaking someone's confidence. So এগুলা নিয়ে আমরা কাজ করলাম and we did like 8 workshops or so. It was really great. We had good turnout. I learned a lot of things along the way and met a lot of really cool people. And, a lot of brands also reached out, like Truce reached out. So that was amazing for me personally. Yeah.
This is what I find, like, and I don't know if it's 100% true, but like what I've learned on this journey with Truce, just starting a beauty brand, not even talking about colorism, but just doing a beauty brand, or like even when I'm at the gym or all of these things, I realized that the hardest person to convince is yourself. So do you think it's sometimes easier to explain how like another person might feel when you say these things versus like you know, like trying to get them to love themselves, because that's a huge journey, right? Like, you know, like say, oh, but how would you feel if someone said that about your sister or your aunt or your mother? What do you think about that?
That's one way to get people to relate, right? To like, hey, how would you feel if someone said this to you or that to you? Hey, it's easier to get them to relate on that level, but that a broader implication to key, or just like extrapolating that to a whole community and society, right? Okay, so that we act on your feeling, but now multiply it by like 1,000, and you get like, you know, the people around you, and then imagine that sticking around for decades and decades, you know?
Exactly. I think like self-confidence is so hard and you can't teach it in an hour, but you can teach empathy.
Yeah, you can teach empathy.
Yeah.
Self-confidence is definitely a longer journey. I agree with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah. And any other interesting comments that you heard?
I heard so many stories. So it was really eye-opening for me. Karan, Ian Cassander was nice in that regard that they also brought in their own crowds of people. I met like a interesting group of people. So Dhakate, I met a woman who said, you know, like I've hated my own skin color so much my whole life. কারণ আমাকে সারা জীবন বলা হয়েছে যে no one's gonna love me, and like my skin color is bad. So she ended up getting married at like the age of 14 or 15 to the first proposal that came in. And এখন at the age of 30, she's saying যে it was the biggest mistake of my life because ওইটার পর আমার পড়াশোনা বন্ধ করে দেওয়া হয়েছে, and like I had to, you know, give birth, and like now my husband is like, oh well, at least I married you given your skin color, so what more do you want from me? তো তার realizationটা এখন হচ্ছে যে like I let other people's comments about skin color dictate how my life turned out. Therefore, our interesting Sheila, I really like Joshua was definitely like a wild card to me. I had no idea what to expect, and everybody there, like all the stories there were about relationships. And I was like, so hold up, you're telling me you're all in relationships and your parents are okay with it? Like, you know, like I also had that bias to acha Dhakate ঠিক আছে শহরে সবাই, যশোর তো আরেকটু, like I thought not as liberal maybe, but they're like না না আপু,
not the Dhaka paparazzi there.
They're like না না আপু, আমরা সবাই আমাদের বয়ফ্রেন্ড আছে, গার্লফ্রেন্ড আছে, আমরা বছর পর বছর রিলেশনশিপ করি, আর আমাদেরও এরকম রিলেশনশিপ ছুটে যায় স্কিন কালারের জন্য এসব. So that was interesting for me.
Right.
Oxus Bazaar was Uta Aro, it was with a university, so Uta was like slightly different crowd. They definitely had a lot of energy.
I think like of course you can look at it from so many views, and I think when you're in university you start looking at it from a systematic like systematic racism becomes like a huge thing, because even like I will say it on camera, like I have done a lot of shoots for like FMCG companies, because I do branding for an FMCG company, and I've had moments where like we'll just get models and models and models, and I'm in a rush and I'll choose one model and they'll say no, but that's not going to sell.
But we know why.
And
I say why, like
oh yeah, obviously, like you know, like she's not, you know, looking the right way, or she's not gonna, I mean, they're not gonna directly say it, but they'll also directly say it. And there has been a lot of times where I'm like, okay, I'm pretending to go with this girl because she's more popular and they're saying they're selling, but deep down I know
why she's more popular.
And also there is data that came out,
there's data that's
specific to Bangladesh, that in workplaces you are discriminated based on the color of your skin. So like in Bangladesh specifically, you're more likely to be hired if you are
and it's not just FMCGs. Like you'll see that most companies here, they do have a certain client guideline criteria that because they have seen and tried it with fairer complexion, darker complexion, that this is more sales here when we use a model of a particular type like this.
So guys, the moral of this story is question everything.
Look at her looking into the camera. So let's we talked a lot about colorism. Now I want to talk a little bit about your journey, because I've seen it grow, and that's really exciting. That we sat like maybe not even a year ago. Come on, it was a couple of months. And so at that time you were just giving makeup tips, and now you've gone and you're making this transition into being a makeup artist, and I know that like a lot of work has gone into that process. So can you talk a little bit about that? Like, because we do also want to like encourage girls to like take whatever their passion is and turn it into like a profession.
100%. I think I'm really glad that you said that you want to encourage people to, pursue their passions and take up whatever it is that they want to do. So for me, the path was like, I think you just need to start with something, whatever it is, and then things sort of fall in place and ektar por ekta hote thake. So like for me, it was okay, Instagram ta khullam, acha dekhchi je there's response on skin color, makeup that's true to complexion, people like how I'm doing it. What more can I do with this? So it wasn't je এমন ছিল না যে আমি এটাই করব and I'm going to quit everything else in my life and do this. It was more like, okay, how can I take this further? How can I make this better than what it is? How can I keep building this? Like, okay, I started with this, এখন কি? So, and then I got the grant, and then, I started meeting brands. People started seeing my work and they started reaching out, and I also started getting ideas like, okay, so what can I do more with this? So then it was like, okay, maybe I can offer my makeup to other people. Maybe there's like a client base for this. So then I approached the salon, and they were also looking for a makeup artist, so they partnered with me. এখন now I'm looking into, how can I expand this further? So I'm doing like all this content stuff where I'm trying to raise awareness while still being relatable to the youth, like, something they're going to still click on and watch and think like, oh, this is cool, let me share it.
Make it accessible to this generation.
Yeah, definitely. Like with whatever work you do, please keep up with the trends.
Yeah. On that note, I've actually seen your page online, and what kind of intrigued me about her branding and promotion is that every kind of makeup look, creative content you've done for your makeup page, you have consistently used a brown skin tone girl, which I've noticed, and it's really refreshing to see, right? So how has the response been online, and has it helped you grow, would you say, the brand?
So the brown skin, এটা না হয়ে গেছে। করতে করতে it like sort of happened. I also clicked with people who were able to relate to my message like you. So the response has been pretty good, I would say. I'm always brainstorming new ideas, and like every time I release something, I'm on to the next. Like, okay, next ki korbo. I also get excited to do
So
this.
it's not like a specific choice that you're choosing someone like brown skin tone. It just naturally
I try my best to find I don't want to feature just Forsha people, but I have.
Blend of people.
But I have, yes. So yeah, like I try to find people that I can relate to, that other people can also relate to, and then it's sort
definitely helped me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, and the response is, it's good. People share, which is what I want. Like I just want the message out there.
It definitely helped with the branding of what you're trying
100%. Yeah.
So you're strictly notoriously passionate about maintaining all sorts of skin complexions, right? So my question is, are all your clients the same? Do they share the same feeling? Like sometimes they want to be a little bit fairer for events, which is natural for them. Do you have any stories of clients that have particularly challenged you on the complexion regard,
So I think our branding has been very consistent in terms of like, I am not going to change your skin color.
Yeah.
So I feel like যারা আসছে তারা মোটামুটি, for the most part, I would say like 80% of them know this. And so they're not going to ask to like change their skin color. Our 20% হয়তো, air makeup দেখে আসছে, or makeup দেখে আসে, they liked what I did on someone else, and they're like, hey, I want a similar look. I haven't faced so much খুব একটা problem হয় নাই with people being
you're not gonna have
because they're not coming to me. They know already, and I'm also very clear when I sit someone down যে আমি কিন্তু আপনার complexion বদলাবো না. In fact, I've thought about like
have you said it directly or like directly to the client?
I mean, like when we're talking, when we're talking, তখন আমি বলে দেই like changing your complexion is not something I'm going to.
It's very good that you passionately advocate this, because a lot of people do they get caught up in catering their clients, which I also understand, because clients are clients, but you're still maintaining that integrity about the complexion, so which is very good.
I will say though, duita case chilo where I was questioned on like whether I was making them too dark, and I felt like I should have made them darker, because like looking back, I'm like, arekta shade darker hole maybe perfectly matched.
Like to push the line.
No, I'm not.
No, you actually genuinely.
Yeah, I genuinely thought that like shade darker হওয়া উচিত ছিল. এটা একটা was like, we have this trend of like really bright under eyes.
Yeah.
There's this I don't like it, but I do get questioned on that. Like, আরেকটু bright করবেন না চোখের নিচে, just চোখের নিচেরটা. Like, হ্যাঁ,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
চোখের নিচেরটা. But they'll also say it like, just চোখের নিচেরটা, not like the full face, because they
Yeah.
know what's coming if they ask for the full face. So they're like, just চোখের নিচেরটা. I'm like, না, এর চেয়ে bright আমি করবো না. And bright is like almost a synonym for
Yeah, but also I have a hard time finding another word for it because, like, you know, sometimes you do need to brighten your skin, and it's not lightening, like brightening. But yeah, again, I feel like this is one of the words that people will get you for all the time.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what you try to do.
Even tone, 2 words, but like even
tone.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
So you're a huge supporter of Truce Beauty, from what I hear, and you always
সবাই এখনই কিনো ওদের
and you always have their products, you know, in your lineup, and that is just amazing. The fact that you two wonderful ladies have collaborated on that. So how important?
I let her put makeup on my face. Yeah, I don't let anyone do that.
So when you go to remember to use the Truce products,
I will use it on them.
Yeah. So how important is it for you to support brands with a purpose like Samira's, like with Truce Beauty, nourishment for brown skin, healthier skin? Like, how important is it for you to support these brands?
For me personally, like I will relate to a brand if I know their story. So if I don't know their origin story or like how they started, it becomes really bland for me into like, oh, what am I using? I told her the TLC cream, it's been, and I've used it on all skin types, all skin tones, and it holds up with makeup. With sometimes, you know, with makeup, sometimes patchy ho jai, like if the skincare isn't right, like depending on your skin type. But with that cream, like it's been good with every type of skin.
So the follow-up to this, one follow-up I have to this, because you are actually emerging as a very trending makeup artist right now, right? So like, because of the clients you're dealing with, one question is, are you seeing how important it is? Like, there are people that don't follow or do any skin regime or skincare.
Oh my God.
So when you do makeup on them, are you seeing the importance of skincare now? And are you guiding
Oh my
people
God.
in terms of
That's
that?
such a good question. I think how makeup looks on your skin completely depends on your skin.
How you take care of it.
How you take care of it. So if you have bad skin, and by bad it can mean so many things,
like you're
right?
being lazy, you're not taking care.
You're not taking care of it. It's not hydrated or whatever it is. Makeup ওইটাই enhance করবে, right? Like I can only work with what I've gotten in front of me.
ওরা একটা unrealistic beauty standard এখানেই সেট করে, আচ্ছা আমার তো স্কিন কেয়ার করা নাই, but you make me look like this.
হ্যাঁ মানে যতই আমি ওই কিছুক্ষণের মধ্যে যা টেম্পোরারি করতে পারি করে দিলাম, but it really
you can
helps
only do whatever
so
you
much.
can.
Yeah,
you can only do
but
whatever.
যদি একটা consistent skincare routine follow করা হয়, it really makes a difference.
Thank you so much. We had a really great interview today regarding skincare and all there is that you deal with on a daily basis with your work and journey. So before we let you go, Samira is going to host your rapid fire round. Are you ready?
I'm ready, but
Everyone gets a gift for participating.
Okay,
participating.
Yeah.
Oh, gift you should show like, okay, you only get this if you do well in this rapid
but
fire.
But how do you dictate who does well? All of the rapid fires work well.
Why are you so confident that you're going to do so well?
You guys figure this out. Don't give me problems, give me solutions.
I'm giving you a free gift and you're telling me that I shouldn't. Okay, so you ready?
Now I'm nervous.
Well, why did you hype yourself up?
I don't know.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, concealer or foundation for every day?
Concealer, but neither if possible. Go on.
Okay, favorite makeup product right now?
I really like blush and eye pencils. Eye pencils are super versatile.
That's a good answer.
Cool. Bridal or party makeup?
Everyday makeup.
Okay. Favorite sport?
Favorite sport?
I
have been really liking tennis recently. But ask me again in a couple months, I'll probably drop out.
Who's your favorite dark-skinned celebrity who's making waves?
One, I think we need more representation. Badhon, I really like. I find her very classy, very like put together. Someone I can look up to. I like that I think she just debuted in Bollywood recently as well.
Yeah.
So I like the way she speaks about her life.
Okay, you're done. Self-care tip.
Self-care tip. Use some skincare.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah. Basic skincare, just use it.
Okay, I know this one everyone has. What is a smoky eye tip?
Oh, me too.
A smoky eye tip. Use eye pencils.
Just pencils and the sponge.
Yeah. Mane, ekdam beginner friendly, use eye pencils. They really make a difference.
Okay, no powder and stuff like that.
You can, but like that's my tip.
Okay. Gym or sports?
Sports, gym में আমার অনেক boring লাগে।
True.
করতে হয়, but boring লাগে।
Who's your favorite Bangladeshi fashion designer?
So I'm wearing Maya.
Ooh.
I really like her. I love her fits, and she's very detail oriented. I also really like Rina Latif. I think she's done a great job with bringing muslin back into trend. Yeah.
One product in your beauty bag.
Concealer and maybe like that eye pencil.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh God.
Thank you for playing. You lost.
You lost. I'm sorry. There's not getting a hamper. Sorry.
No one's giving her a hamper, not even the free one.
Fine.
It was really lovely having you, and thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you
We
for
hope you had a
hosting
great
me.
time.
I had fun. I had so much fun. I'm also really glad just someone's doing this and bringing a lot of these like really great women into the spotlight and highlighting what they do. And I mean, kudos to you guys for hosting us.
Thanks. Thanks for being our guest.
Okay, guys, well, it's a wrap for today, and we hope to see you next time on the Unfiltered Face Podcast by Truce Beauty. Until then, take care.
Bye.
Bye.